Hi everyone, this is Janet Mueller, coach, trainer, speaker and author of A Champion's Guide to Thriving Beyond Breast Cancer. With me today, joining me here to share messages of hope and inspiration with you are four wonderful and courageous women. Women that are champions who are thriving beyond their journey with breast cancer. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'd like to talk to you, Norma, first. Would you please just share with us briefly a little bit about you and who you are?
I'm a stage 4 survivor. My breast cancer metastasized in my spine, my pelvis, and my ribs. And I'm just surviving and thriving.
Wonderful. Welcome.
Thank you.
And Suzanne, tell us a little bit about you.
I'm Suzanne. I'm a thriver of 13 years. Always get to a point where I don't know what to say. Life is good. I'm doing well, and I have no intentions of having cancer again.
Awesome. Welcome. Jen?
Hi, I'm Jan. I am a 4-year survivor, and I feel like I'm at a place in my life where I'm actually doing better than before I was diagnosed. I feel like I'm at a wonderful place, and life is good.
Very encouraging. Welcome. Angela?
Hi, I'm Angela. I am an 8-year cancer thriver. I was diagnosed at 35, and I agree with Jan. I feel that I have been able to find the strength to take my cancer diagnosis and do something good with it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's why we wanted to share these messages of strength and courage and hope with you today. If you are a woman who is newly diagnosed or is on a journey with breast cancer, really these women are, serving you. They are servant leaders, also giving back and helping in their communities as a result of the journeys they have gone through and actually thriving beyond. So, ladies, I have a few questions. If you could share with us, for some of you, what were some of the biggest challenges that you experienced throughout your journeys?
Well, for me, my biggest challenge was being able to physically walk again. As I said, it went into my spine, and that took away my ability to walk originally. Initially I could not walk at all, and then I was able to get up on a walker and do that for a while, and between that and a wheelchair I was able to get around, and now I don't need either one of those things. I've progressed beyond them.
And Norma, for you, as far as, that must have been a challenging time, a difficult time.
Absolutely.
What was how did you overcome that? How did you get through that mentally? What was your mindset, your attitude as you were on that journey?
I never gave up. It never occurred to me to say, I'm never going to walk again. I had been very athletic before, and I felt like, even though it was going to be different, I was going to be that athletic and able in the future. I wasn't going to let it not allow me to be who I was, and be outdoorsy and do everything that I'd love to do. So I just pushed forward positively and said, I'm not giving up. I'm going to just keep pushing forward.
And you are a stage 4 survivor, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, and also actually a thriver of many other life circumstances.
Absolutely.
In addition to that. Absolutely. Well, I think that's wonderful that her positive mindset and attitude was really helpful in helping her get through that journey. What would you say to other women, Norma, that perhaps are on a similar journey? What would your message be?
I think my biggest message would be not to give up. I think it would be that if you allow your circumstances, your diagnosis to define you and to be the biggest thing that hangs on you, it's already beat you. You have to fight through it, you have to push through it, and you have to believe that there will be the other side, that things might change, but if you can't ride a regular bike anymore, now you can ride a three-wheeler. And you're just going to have to keep going and keep pushing and striving with your inner strength and with God's strength and everything, and just go forward.
Would you mind sharing with us, because obviously the ladies and I together here, we know more about Norma's story, and you'll certainly read more about it in the book, A Champion's Guide to Thriving Beyond Breast Cancer. But Norma, give us a bit of an overview. You, in 12 months, went through so many life challenges. Can you touch on that and tell us what those were?
Well, between January and October of 2010, I lost my mother, my father, my career, my ability to walk. And then in October, I lost my husband, the love of my life. And I'm still here, I'm still positive. At no time did I think, oh, this is too much for anyone to bear, and just forget it, I'm gonna give up. It'd be easier to give up. It's not about what's easy, it's about what you want. I never allowed myself to think that thought even for a quarter of a second. It wasn't even in the picture. Nothing mattered except getting through and being positive and being strong. So, and not losing hope, definitely.
God bless you. You are strong, and you're such an inspiration for other women out there. And you know, if Norma can get through and beyond, then really anybody can. So thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
Thank you. In terms of an inspiration, you know, for all of you ladies on your journey with and beyond breast cancer, what would you say were some of the driving forces, some of the things that inspired you to not just come through, but in fact come beyond your journey with breast cancer? What was it that inspired you to keep going?
I think it was my faith, that if you place your faith in God, He has a plan for us. We don't know exactly what it is, but you put forth your best effort every day, and it becomes more clear what you're supposed to do. I am a servant. I'm giving back because there were people before me who have given to me, my servants. Now I am a servant to others. I am giving back that way. So this is what I feel I am here to do.
Well, and actually, Suzanne, tell us a little bit more about how you're currently serving and helping other women in the community. I mean, you know, share with us how you've come through your journey and how you're contributing and helping other women on their journey with breast cancer. What are you actually doing?
When I was in the hospital, I had a Reach to Recovery visitor come in, a woman who had breast cancer, and she's specially trained through the American Cancer Society. And she was beautiful, active, just full of life. And I said to my husband, I said, I want to do this one day, because when I was diagnosed, I felt so alone. I felt that I was the only one who had breast cancer. And I wanted to give back. I went to the American Cancer Society, went through the class, and was trained. And I do one-on-one visits to ladies who are recently diagnosed, offer information from the American Cancer Society, and just the hope and inspiration that here I am, over 13 years old, and someday they will be where I am. Because when you're on that first part of the journey. Mm-hmm. And I also do the Look Good, Feel Better program, where we give them cosmetics, and we help them with their appearance, going through the loss of hair and the paleness of skin, the dryness, and your nails go crazy. And so we do that, I do that as well. And I do participate in the woman-to-woman support group, where we just get together once a month and we just chat about everything. There's nothing off limits. It's a great support group. We have women that are over 25, 30 years thriving. Mm-hmm. And then we have what we call the newbies, the ladies who are just recently diagnosed. And it's just giving back to them.
That's amazing. That's really amazing. And you know, I believe that each of these women, with respect, are servant leaders, because each and every one of them, through their experience, through their journey, are also giving back, helping in the community, and really serving other women and helping them on their journey. you know, it's really, it's amazing that you're doing that, and I honour you for doing that, and I congratulate you for doing that. In terms of pillars of strength, what would you say some of your pillars of strength are and have been, as you know, helping you to come beyond your journey of breast cancer? What kind of strength have you anchored to, or what services and support have you used to get through?
I would say that my pillar of strength, first of all, is my God and Creator. Without that, I do not know how anyone gets through anything that they go through, the good, the bad. It always comes back to, wow, thank you, Father, this is awesome. Or, okay, we need to get through this, but always, always back to Him. And because I know that He wants what's best for me, what's best for you, what's best for all of us. And sometimes we take it in a weird direction and need to be redirected. But for me, that has truly, I also believe that He blessed me with a phenomenal family, because I did not go through this alone. And it was sad for me to see people that would be going through chemo and they're sitting there alone. I was never alone. I had one of my sisters with me, daughters, friends stopping in, and I believe that's how you, that's where my strength came from, and I'm so grateful that I had that. I really and truly am. And I thought about different things, and my daughter said this to me last night, that when she was going, if one of her friends had cancer and was going through it, she would shake her head too. And I said to my daughter, in my mind, that is not showing support, because I don't want to look at my head, don't want to look at yours. If you want to be supportive, come and sit with me, bring me a meal, take care of my kids. That is showing support.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer in that, so anyone that would have even suggested that, I said, no, please don't do that.
And with all of us sitting here, we're supporting each other.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. That's incredible that you share that, you know, because certainly, and I believe that too, that, you know, God has a plan and a purpose for each of our lives, and although we may not understand where that is or where we're going or what His plan is, we have to have faith and believe and trust that He's guiding us, and He's literally guiding each of our steps and unfolding the way forward. And you know, your faith certainly was an anchor, a pillar of strength, as was your family. And you know, what words of encouragement could we share if there are people out there that perhaps don't have that family unit, or they don't have that support? What other services and resources and support is there available for perhaps women that may be struggling alone?
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that, because that's part of my service. I believed that my journey, there was a reason for it, and I used my faith and the guide, and let God lead me on my steps, and that's what I'm doing now. Actually, is through my website, breastinvestigators.com, is helping people find the support services that they're in need of. And there are lots of organizations that are out there. Today we're sitting here at the Center for Building Hope, where I know Norma spends a lot of time at and gets a lot of support and encouragement and help. And there's lots of organizations out there. There's American Cancer Society. There's Komen does a lot of great things. There's tons of individual support organizations in each community that sometimes people have a rough time finding, and that's what I hope to do, is to help women find those that help and that support that might not be so readily available on the first page of search.
Absolutely. And there's a real gift in that. You know, I go back to as servant leaders helping women in the community. and providing them perhaps an easier journey to access information, to access resources and tools. And you know, Angela, I know your website, breastinvestigators.com. What else specifically do you actually provide in terms of tools or other resources?
Well, we provide a lot of information on the site, and I have a advisory council that makes sure that we get good information, and we always we use resources that are standard in the cancer community that are highly respected. And we have information, we have local resources, we have pages where people can find information in their local area. That's what we're growing towards.
Very good. And let's just, you know, I want really for us to give a message of hope to all the women out there watching this video right now. What one word would you like to share with, you know, these thousands of women all around the world watching this right now, to give them hope on their journey through and beyond breast cancer? What kind of words do we want to share with them?
I have two:
Go ahead, Nora.
courage and faith.
Positive attitude.
Wow. Mine would be a little longer. I would say try to laugh through it the best you can. That really does help. It really does too. I think for me what I found too was, you know, have faith, know that God's in control, and just when you look at you, try to, you know, just make the best of it.
Stay strong and be empowered.
Absolutely. Ladies, thank you so much for sharing your stories and your messages of hope for other women out there. Truly, you are all a pillar of strength, and we hope that you found some inspiration and hope and encouragement, and we look forward to sharing more of these ladies' stories with you to serve you, to inspire you in a champion's guide to thriving beyond breast cancer, which will be released shortly. Thank you.